Well, the game is over. Tomorrow, all NATO military equipment will leave Moscow and go to an unknown destination. My dear viewers, hello. I remember that I promised to show you something unusual on this exhibition of captured military NATO vehicles. Something that other bloggers didn't film, because the whole month of this exhibition there was a long queue exactly in that pavilion. Let's get started. Truth be told, I've been meaning to come here again for coverage shootage. Not so many people as it was before. And my dear viewers, can you recognize these wonderful ladies? Natasha and her daughter Alice from the Arctic capital Murmansk. Nice to see you. Hello. They arrived yesterday especially to visit this exhibition because it's last day here. Yeah, I'm not kidding. But girls, can you do me a favor, please? Don't hide your emotions when you see all these captured military vehicles. Yeah, I know they're very emotional. Let me refresh your memory a little bit. The exhibition is dedicated to the captured NATO equipment captured by Russian soldiers on the battlefields in Ukraine. And there are more than 30 tanks and vehicles, and one secret pavilion, our goal for today. If you still didn't see my full review of this exhibition, do it right now. This is the link, and let's go. Guys, yeah, it's impossible to carry water on the territory of this exhibition.
Никогда не думала, что вот так вот хреново могут выглядеть миллиарды долларов.
My friend said, I never thought that billions of dollars looked so depressing. This is Abrams, United States of America. In total, the price of all this equipment reaches several $billions. It's very clear for taxpayers in Europe and USA where their tax money is stored today. Here in Moscow, it's more reliable than any bank. And again, a long queue to this pavilion, but I have to do it for you because I want to show you drones and small guns, captured drones. It's so hot today in Moscow, it's plus 30 maybe, and I'm looking forward to seeing these exhibits in this interesting, gripping pavilion. It's very hot and really very tiresome to stand in line, but it's my turn after 2-3 people, and I see already something extraordinary. Wait a minute. Guys, have you got any ideas? What's this hanging on the ceiling? Looks amazing. If you watched my videos from Park Patriot, I showed you a lot of these unique exhibits there. Now we're going to check out what's here in this pavilion. This exhibition is so very popular place for vloggers. I see my colleague. He's speaking English. As for me, I watched 1,000 videos about this exhibition on YouTube. Oh, guys, I'm not an expert in military equipment at all, but I see that all these things are from United States of America. Can you see the flags? And it's all concerning connection, yeah? I'm waiting for your comments. What radio station is better, from United States of America or from Turkey? Just have a look. I've never ever thought that Russians are so interested in military equipment. Maybe it's because of the situation we live now. Satellite communications. Again, you see, from USA. USA, you're a great helper. And I see that Germany and Czech Republic are really very good in producing filtering gas masks and special protective suits. And let me introduce you a very interesting example of handmade platform. Looks mesmerizing, yeah? And what's this? Plane or drone? If my memory serves me right, this is something about mine clearance. Great Britain. What are you doing with us? If you want to see all these with your own eyes, so you have a chance today, because the exhibition is over. But, my dear friends, this is not the time to get upset, because I've learned something. The Ministry of Defense of Russian Federation will consider proposals to extend the exhibition. And they think about the organization of similar events in other regions of Russia. Can you just imagine? Oh, Bulgaria, nice to see you. Belgium, Finland, what are you doing here? My dear viewers, what do you think about the idea to install these vehicles in front of the main entrances of the embassies? Like they did with Russian tanks. But people carried flowers to Russian tanks, and we'll see how many flowers will get captured NATO tanks in Moscow. What do you make of this idea? The Kremlin representative noted that this exhibition is of great interest in Moscow. And it's true. Because it's really gripping to see all this in the center of Moscow. I remind you that I am on Poklonnaya. Meanwhile, the Western media appreciated the creativity of the Russian Ministry of Defense, which staged an incredible exhibition for Victory Day, and began to write about this exhibition as a big propaganda show. And what do you make of that, my dear viewers? Is it about propaganda? Or what? What for all this? Thus, according to Western and Ukrainian critics of the exhibition, most of the military equipment is old or outdated. Just have a look. And Russian victories on the battlefield were achieved due to a simple advantage in the quantity of soldiers and high losses. I'm waiting for your opinion. I think what they deliver to Ukraine, it's all here. Welcome to see. Yes, old. Yes, outdated. It's just a nonsense. I talked to some people in this pavilion, and you know what? 99% are delighted with this exhibition, and it's gripping, really. It's very, very interesting for all people, for Russians and for foreigners. And I know that many millions of visitors were here during this month. But 99% is not 100%, yes? There is always 1% notorious 1%. And what do the Russians say, you know? It's more like a zoo where they indicate the country where the animal lives. For example, this parrot is from United States of America. And this snake is from Ukraine. And this leopard is from Germany. Hilarious, yes? And what does the world famous newspaper The Times write? The exhibition in Moscow reflects the growing optimism in Russia that the war is turning in its favor. Ukraine has no good options for ending the conflict, even with the latest aid package. Truth be told, guys, I'm tired a little bit of this topic. It's not my thing at all. This is way better to admire families with kids, fountains, and summer in Moscow is really very, very nice, but short, but beautiful, yes? And this is one of the favorite places for Muscovites and guests of our city. I'm looking for my friends from Murmansk. They couldn't stand so many captured military equipment and decided to go for a walk. And I support their decision. Poklonnaya Gora or Poklonnaya Hill is a tremendous park in the very heart of Moscow, and it's dedicated to the victory of Russian soldiers in 1812. All these fountains are red colored in the evening. It's like the blood of the soldiers defending our motherland. But now it's fountains and fountains. Yeah, my dear viewers, we decided to change the location. Somebody asked me about the price for taxi in Moscow. So, for example, it takes us 25 minutes now to go from Poklonnaya Gora to the Botanical garden near the Moscow University. And it costs approximately $5. Not much, yes? And we see Moscow University already. Oh, it's really captivating. You know, there are so many botanical gardens and parks in Moscow. It's green city, very green city. But people say that this university botanical garden is one of the most wonderful in the world. I'm sure it is. Yeah, it was my best idea for today to change the exhibition of special military operation to the botanical garden near the State Moscow University. This is the oldest and the biggest university of Russia, and this is the center of Russian science and culture for sure. And botanical garden is amazing. Let's have a look a little bit. Oh yeah, and we still have the lilacs collection from Ukraine. Great. Wow, lilac is blooming. And what else is blooming? Let's see. I can't even imagine what will be here after 1 or 2 weeks. Have a look. It will be Peony Flowers Valley. But now it's not a time for lilac. Yes, yes, the start of blooming. Penny flowers are my favorite flowers because of its terrific smell. And what about you, my dear friends? I have been living in Moscow for 22 years, and it's the first time I'm here. Yes, it's the first time when I admire these irises. Amazing place, really. Not so far from the center of Moscow. My dear friends, to come here to this University Botanical Garden in Moscow, it was a spontaneous decision, but probably you have some ideas. What would you like to see in Moscow? And I will film it for you with great pleasure, because you know I'm full of filming, and all I do for you. Wow, does somebody know the name of these flowers? Very beautiful, really, especially under the sun. Yes, now I know the best place for going for a walk in Moscow. Botanical Garden. I'm like somewhere in jungles. Let it be not typical video for me. Can you hear frogs? This pond is pond of making wishes. And of course it attracts people because of these frogs. I don't see them, but I can hear them. Would you like to make a wish? I'm ready to fulfill your wishes. Because I'm in a fairy tale. After this sunny, hot day on the exhibition, it's such a relax here. Welcome to Moscow. Welcome to Russia, my dear viewers. And you will get a chance to see all these. Oh my God, again, European and American varieties, lilacs collections. Thanks God, lilac, not weapons. I thought I lost them, but no, they're in the middle of nowhere, taking pictures. Yeah, my dear viewers, that's all for today. And here are the links to my wonderful videos from Yakutia. It's very romantic.